Você tá bem?
Hello everybody, this is Andrew Jacobs from the New York Times. I'm here in Brasilia, the capital of Brazil, and we're here at the Senate where lawmakers are debating whether to impeach Brazil's president Dilma Rousseff. The debate has started and the legislators are expected to vote later tonight whether to begin a trial on whether to impeach Ms. Rousseff. We're going to go talk to someone about what's happening here. In the meantime, we're going to walk you through this the Senate building. This is Oscar Niemeier's confection he designed in the 50s to create a new Brazilian capital. And right now we're walking through this kind of concrete tunnel that connects the Senate to the other buildings. So what's happening here today is a pretty momentous event for Brazil, the largest country in Latin America, and if she is suspended today as is expected, she will be out of office for at least for 6 months, and she will be replaced by her vice president. It's been a pretty tumultuous few months here in Brazil, and so let's come here and talk to
Thank you.
So this is Sylvio Costa, who is the founder of a news website called Foco em Congresso, which is basically a sort of a watchdog organization that sort of pays attention to what's happening in Congress. And as some people may know, the Brazilian Congress is sort of famously corrupt. Up to 2/3 of its members are currently under investigation for corruption. The Speaker of the lower house of Congress, Eduardo Cunha, was just removed from office because of corruption charges. And so we want to talk about what's happening here today and what this sort of means for Brazilian democracy. So Sylvia, maybe you could talk about what do you think about what's happening here today?
I think we have at least 4 things happening at the same time. I think we have a huge economic crisis, big recession, a big unemployment rate. Inflation is not as low as it should be,
right.
And so there's a big, huge economic problem in Brazil right now. And we have also a political crisis, and I think this crisis, one of its causes is Dilma's lack of ability to deal with politicians, businessmen, with the civil society, Brazilian civil society. So she was not as, how could I say?
Skilled, perhaps. Not as...
Yeah, she didn't have. She doesn't have the skill as the last presidents. You had in Brazil Itamar Franco, and then Fernando Henrique Cardoso, and then Lula. The 3 of them are Itamar Franco is dead now, but anyway, all of them with good skills for doing politics, and Dilma doesn't have. So economic crisis, political crisis, also the car wash operation, very important.
Right. This is a big corruption scandal that's going on now in Brazil, involving the national oil company Petrobras. Basically what happened is the Workers' Party officials were skimming off money from the national oil company and bringing it into their own campaign coffers and other parties that are in their coalition. And it's really had a huge impact on Brazilian politics. There are dozens of politicians and business executives who have been jailed or under investigation. But that's just a quick explanation of what Lava Jato means.
Yeah. Billions and billions and billions of dollars stole from the society, from the public. So something really new, because it was so huge. And we had very good work made by the judiciary, and by the attorney office and the federal police.
But Dilma's not being punished. She's not being accused of corruption in this case. So why is she being impeached today? If she's not involved in this scandal, why is she being impeached?
Yeah, but you have to take notes of something important, because Eduardo Cunha was Dilma's ally till
the speaker of the lower chamber.
Yeah, that's right. So there were some impeachment claims which were talking about Lava Jato, about the car wash operation, but at that time Eduardo Cunha was Dilma's ally, right? So he just put these claims away, and like a good car.
Okay.
Right? Are we back? So the short answer, I guess, is that this is politics. This is mostly about politics, the impeachment, would you say?
Not only, I don't think so, because there was a huge, we have now in Brazil 10% public deficit. Is something very big.
10% of the GDP is the deficit.
Yes, that's right. And this problem was caused in great part, to a large extent, by Dilma mismanagement and the fact that she didn't respect the law many times. So she wasted a lot, and sometimes she wasted without the Congress authorization. Right? It's something illegal.
Right.
There's a crime there.
So you support her impeachment?
You are asking about me, not Congresso em Foco.
You?
Yeah,
personally?
Me. Personally, yes, I think she has to be impeached. I didn't think so till a couple of months ago, but I think we gave her so many chances to recover and to do the right things. And unfortunately, the first female president in Brazil was not able to get the job. I think this is something sad for us, because personally I think it's good to have women and more women in politics, and probably Dilma is not so bad as many guys like Eduardo Cunha, maybe Michel Temer, the vice president,
the incoming temporary president, Michel Temer.
Strange guy now. I don't trust him, So, but I think she did bad things, and there's a crime problem in the federal constitution. We have something called crime of responsibility. We have a lot of laws, a lot of rules you have to respect, and she didn't do so.
Is this impeachment good or bad for Brazilian democracy?
I hope it's good, but I don't think it's enough, because we have so sad coincidence in Brazil, because Dilma was not able to have the job, in my opinion. It was not a good choice by Lula, the former president. It was very important to elect her, but and then vice president, strange guy, and then the Chamber of Deputies speaker, as you said, Eduardo Cunha, should be in prison.
He should be in prison.
Yeah, sure, he's a thief. And also,
$40 million.
Renan Calheiros, the Senate president, should be in prison. Bad guy. So these four people, and bad Congress. We don't have a bad Congress. I don't think the figure is so high as you said. We don't have this figure. I think not like free. I think it's two-thirds, not so much. We have now something around 30% of the congressmen with criminal charges in the Supreme Court, which is the right place to judge criminal charges against congressmen, right?
But that's a long process.
Yeah. And we also have a long tradition. I was trying to say, I don't know, my English is not that good. I'm sorry about that. But anyway, we have this economic crisis, political crisis. We have the car wash operation, and also something important. We have a kind of divorce between the Brazilian society which is a society that developed a lot in the last decades with those three guys, Itamar Franco, Cardoso, and Lula. And it's a society which is it's richer now. People have better education. People have new aspirations.
They have expectations for better government.
Yeah.
So in some ways, people are expecting more from their elected officials.
Yeah, and we have a political system which is old, which is raw. It's completely divorced from the civil society.
Right. Are we done here, or should any questions? Or well, let me ask you this while we're waiting. What comes next? We have the Vice President, Michel Temer, will be running the country for the next few months. You call him a strange guy.
I think so.
Do you think he's going to be able to pull Brazil out of this crisis, this economic and political crisis?
He does have political skills. He's a smart guy. He's a 75-year-old guy. He was the Chamber of Deputies Speaker for 3 times.
Right.
He knows a lot of politicians, of congressmen, and so on. And so I think it will not be difficult for him to deal with the Congress, with the Brazilian Congress. And I also think he will have a lot of support from the businessmen, from the most important economic groups in Brazil. But he has a big problem with the society, the street,
Nobody
the
likes him.
internet.
He's 2% approval ratings, correct? So he's not. So an unpopular president is likely to be removed later today, and an even more unpopular vice president is going to become the temporary president. Would you say Brazilians will be relieved? Most Brazilians will be relieved tonight when they hear the news that the Senate has voted to begin this impeachment trial. Will people be relieved?
Most people, yes. But, something like 60-something%, more than 60% of the Brazilian population support impeachment, Lula's impeachment. We have something around less than 30% of the Brazilian population who are in favor of Dilma, are against impeachment. But we also have a kind of more how could I say, generalized feeling in Brazilian society that things have to change. Not only about Dilma, but it's also about Temer and Cunha.
The whole political system is deeply, deeply troubled. This is our first time here doing Facebook Live, so forgive us for what's next here. Should we answer questions, or?
Are there any questions?
Nothing. All right. Well, I think we can end it here now. Thanks for joining us. We're here at the Brazilian Senate, where later today the legislators here are expected to vote by a simple majority to begin an impeachment trial against Dilma Rousseff, the president, and likely that'll be the end of her tenure here. She was in office. This is her second term. She still has a little more than 2 years to go. So it'll be the end of an era for her and for the Workers' Party, which has been in power for 13 years. It's the longest reign of a Brazilian party, democratically elected party in Brazilian history. So it is a very significant moment in Brazilian history. And what lies ahead is extremely uncertain, and people are really anxious. And next chapter is a big question mark.